Down by the Sally Gardens, my love.
Now, a lot of Irish songs are about people who emigrated, and it's all about being homesick and that kind of thing. Well, this is a song, a slightly different slant on that. This is about someone who threatens to emigrate but doesn't quite make it. So this one's called Journey's End. It's hard to live up to low expectations. It's hard to get away from where you're from. Some they will hold on in desperation, but not me, because tomorrow I'll be gone. Now New York might seem far away from many, but it's far enough away from me. I'll be riding on that Staten Island ferry, while back home they'll keep the same old company. Well, there's a suitcase in the hall and the passport on the bed, and only one thing left to do before I go. Walk down to the journey's end, say goodbye to all my friends, and have one last break for the road. I can't run away no more. Don't know what I'm running for. I can't run away no more. Don't know what I was running for. Thank you. Thank you very much. Way down in the mine, there's a single grain of sand. Down in the mine, there's a single grain of sand. Had it caught between my fingers before it slipped out of my hand. Leaving of Liverpool. And it's one of those Irish songs about sort of being homesick and stuff. Because a lot of these songs were written before you could get sort of cheap airfares on Ryanair, you know. It was much harder to get home in those days. You practically had to swim home with a bed on your back and cheap furniture that you bought in England. The sun is in the harbour now, and I wish I could remain. And I know it will be a long, long time before I see you again. Here we go! So fare thee well, my own true love, when I return united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. One more time! So fare thee well, my own true love, when I return united we'll be. It's not the leaving of Liverpool that grieves me, but my darling, when I think of thee. But my darling, when I think of thee. Thank you. The song, this one, I wrote this with some help from my father-in-law. It's based on a familiar tale in Ireland where there were lots of stately homes all around the country set up by the English, and a lot of Irish people worked in them. My grandfather worked in them, and so it was a kind of that weird sort of relationship that we sort of, it was that double-edged sword between the Irish and the English, and we sort of depended on them for our living and all that. And before I get too political, I'm not good ever, but it's a familiar story to you all. I think every town, every place has a sort of stately home, and this one's called Mansion by the River. And I won't stick my finger in the ear, I promise. I know it's a folk festival, but we won't be going there. Way out past the fields and houses stands covered in ivy and rot the remains of a fine stately mansion that all care and time's unforgot. As I grew up in the village, it was known as the castle to all. There be apples and berries and treasures to be found should we breach its great walls. Times they change and life goes on, and maybe for the better, but not for me. I'm old and worn, like that mansion down by the river. My father, he worked for the landlord. He tended these gardens and grounds. He got paid a small bit of money and took home what was lying around. Many lords and ladies and servants have passed here on carriage or foot. For a time the volunteers took over, and the spade made way for the gun. Times they change and life goes on, and maybe for the better, but not for me. I'm half torn down, like that mansion down by the river. Yet another failed renovation for this hopelessly derelict man. Though the mansion's not faring much better, she'll share some time while we can. Times they change and life goes on, and maybe for the better, but not for me. I'm old and worn, like that mansion down by the river. Just like that mansion down by the river. Thank you. I think I might have time for one more, do you think? Thank you very much. Hey, come on home. Please come on home. Hey, come on home. Won't you come on home? Well, here you are, somebody there. You're nobody at all. All these times I've left to see between. Well, son, I'm not a clever man, but there's one thing I know. It's a long way up to heaven when you're 6 feet down below. But if you don't see me in this life, chances are you never will. Oh, there's but a sea between. Hey, come on home. Please come on home. Hey, come on home. Won't you come on home? Well, there's a little to come back to, yet so much that you'll miss. All these times I've left the sea between. Hey, come on home. Please come on home. Hey, come on home. Won't you come on home? Well, son, if you get this message, please send a letter back. All these times have left the sea between. All these times have left the sea between us. Thank you, God bless you. Thank you, God bless you. God bless. Thank you.